Welcome back. We're getting in breaking news, and this is news according to sources that Dawood Ibrahim's security has been enhanced in Pakistan. Now, Dawood, it's believed, gets Pakistan Army security in Karachi and Islamabad, and we believe after the arrest of Chota Rajan, his security has been beefed up. Pakistan Army Special Commandos have been deployed at his residence. Okay, so news coming in there of heightened security around Dawood Ibrahim, who has been residing in Karachi for several years now. And of course, his whereabouts have been unknown by security agencies in India and across. But we do know of his presence there. But in the wake of the arrest of Chota Rajan recently in Indonesia, it's believed that Dawood Ibrahim's security has been tightened following reports of Chota Rajan's arrest in Bali. Well, we're just getting in this bit of news about Dawood Ibrahim's security that has been beefed up for some time now. Now, Chota Rajan recently has said that he is going to be aiding the security agencies back in India in their efforts to nab India's most wanted man, Dawood Ibrahim. That is what Chota Rajan has recently said. Chota Rajan was recently arrested in Bali, Indonesia. And in fact, he has been saying that he would be aiding the security agencies. Remember, Chota Rajan is a former aide-turned-foe of Dawood Ibrahim. Shiv Arur joins us for more on this now. Shiv, what's the latest update that you have on this about India's most wanted man security being tightened in the wake of Chota Rajan's arrest?
Very, very significant piece of breaking news coming in here, Avantika, on the man unanimously India's most wanted terrorist, Dawood Ibrahim. Now, in the light of the, several different things that have been happening as far as the Chota Rajan, apprehension is concerned, India's own, statements, the government statements about Dawood Ibrahim, about there will be an effort to actually crack down and bring Dawood Ibrahim back to India for justice. This development, assumes enormous significance. India Today's Kamaljeet Sandhu, our internal security correspondent who covers the Home Ministry, is in touch with her top-level sources in the intelligence agencies who've confirmed to her that Dawood Ibrahim's security, his physical and proximity security, has been enhanced in Pakistan. He has always enjoyed, a certain degree of security, but now apparently he has overt Pakistani army security in Karachi and Islamabad. Now, while we cannot specifically confirm since when the security has been applied on him, we can confirm right now, Kamaljeet, our correspondent, can confirm categorically right now that her sources in the intelligence agencies are saying that Pakistan Army Special Forces Commandos have been deployed at Dawood Ibrahim's residence, and this is an address where security has been provided to Dawood. This includes the Shireen Jinnah colony near the Ziauddin Hospital in the Clifton Heights area of Karachi. This is a place that India Today's reporters have visited. We've filmed this particular area several times in the past as well. And now we can confirm that 2 locations have received Special Forces, Army Special Forces protection, which is definitely no joke. Remember, Avantika, that Dawood Ibrahim has enjoyed the protection of the ISI for quite a while now. Absolutely. But it looks like at this point of time, they're making no bones about the fact that this is a high-value target that needs to be physically protected, and that's why they've deployed Pakistan Army Special Forces Commandos at 2 locations, one in Islamabad and the other in Karachi, where he is understood to spend most of his time.
Right. Shiv, thanks so much for those updates. In fact, Kamaljeet is now with us to give us more information. Kamaljeet, obviously, the arrest of Chota Rajan and India ramping up its efforts to nab India's most wanted Dawood Ibrahim has obviously made the Pakistani establishment rather jittery and anxious.
Vantika has always denied presence of Dawood. We all know that the government of India has been very proactive in terms of whether it's the announcement of whether there could be a overt or a covert operation against Dawood. But here is a man, Chota Rajan, who had worked very, very closely with Dawood, and obviously friends turned foes, and Dawood, even though tried to actually attempt a threat to the life of Chota Rajan, and we've seen a reverse obviously happening back. So obviously many also said that Chota Rajan was utilized by the government in a certain way to neutralize at least the impact of Dawood. And now with his arrest, not only crucial evidence against Dawood has emerged, Obviously, Chota Rajan speaking to India today early this morning had also confirmed about how there was a Dawood presence. And now we know from our sources in intelligence agencies that yes, security is being beefed up. Army Special Forces, Special Forces Commandos have been deployed at two of his residences, both in Karachi and Islamabad. So there is two of those things. One is a direct fallout of arrest of Chota Rajan. The other being how there is a sinister plan as far as Pakistan is concerned. One, there is obviously a threat, a high-level threat to Chota Rajan's life, but also that they fear that Dawood could also be under attack from some of the Chota Rajan gangsters, and that is why security is now being beefed up. And what they also know is that Chota Rajan is going to spill more beans than possibly, and obviously this sort of information could be really crucial. One, it will nail Dawood's activities in Pakistan. The other about how his operations are there and what all information can Chota Rajan really talk to as far as intelligence agencies are concerned.
Gaurav Sawant is also with us. Kamaljeet, just stay with me. Gaurav, you know, what is amazing is that despite this mounting evidence, how Pakistan brazenly remains in denial of his existence on their soil.
Now, the Pakistani establishment and Dawood Ibrahim are so close that Pakistan at this late stage, after having exploited and used Dawood Ibrahim for over 30 years for anti-India activities, Pakistan cannot acknowledge that he's on Pakistani soil. That's one part of the story. The second part, both as Shiv and Kamaljeet were mentioning, there is apprehension in the minds of the Pakistani establishment, Avantika, that India could mount an operation to take out Dawood Ibrahim, and that would be disastrous as far as Pakistan's blatant lies have been concerned about Dawood Ibrahim. It's Pakistan's worst kept secret that Dawood Ibrahim lives and operates out of Pakistan. Everyone knows that. Global intelligence agencies know that. India knows that. Yet Pakistan remains in denial. Now, if he's either killed or captured out of Pakistan, it would be very embarrassing for Pakistan. And that is why, especially after Chota Rajan's arrest, and Chota Rajan does have a lot of information about how Dawood operates with his family, with his henchmen out of Pakistan, out of Karachi. Well, a lot of his business interests also in Dubai, in the UAE. So all of that now Pakistan is trying to contain, especially on Pakistani soil. And that is why this very overt presence of Pakistan Army Special Forces to protect Dawood Ibrahim.
Right. Kamaljeet, you know, the capture of Chota Rajan by the Indonesian police on the tip-off of the Australian police has been a significant one for the Indian authorities. Now, I want to understand from you, how really will the security agencies, the CBI, the Mumbai, the Delhi police officials utilize this to, you know, solidify their case against Dawood Ibrahim?
Well, most of these cases, Avantika, are very old cases, so obviously the evidence has to be dug out. That's what they've done. They've taken court permissions, and obviously both Delhi police team, Mumbai police team, as well as the CBI, which has reached Bali. And then thereafter, we also know is that government of India is going to be pressing for deportation. One, deportation is a faster means. They've also put emergency plans in place. Plan A is obviously to fly him to Mumbai. The other plan is obviously take him to Delhi. They also feel that this is a time when there is a high threat perception to Chota Rajan's life. And that is why there is an entire concentration, why security is being increased. They also feel a lot of time has been spent in Indonesia, where they feel that as far as presence and access to Chota Rajan is concerned, could be much more. So obviously, the fastest way to get Chota Rajan back and obviously get the wheels of justice moving is going to be a high priority. But meanwhile, they also know, and they are talking about how Dawood's security has been increased. So obviously, threat perception as to both the dons are concerned is going extremely high. Governments of both the country and obviously Pakistan has always denied presence of Dawood. Now that is going to be something of a touchy topic as far as Pakistan is concerned. We know that they have increased security. They now really fear, and we've seen earlier also when there was a talk about Hafiz Saeed in 2611, they had the increased security of Hafiz Saeed. And now, after Hafiz Saeed and Zakir Rahman Lakhvi, we've seen Pakistan Special Forces being deployed at Dawood's residence, both in Karachi and Islamabad.
All right, Kamaljeet, Shiv Arur and Gaurav Sawant, thank you all for joining us, sharing your perspective, updates on that bit of news that came in, that Dawood Ibrahim security has been enhanced in Pakistan. That's according to intelligence.